Fifth graders, for day 2 of your week 4 for this week, do the warm-up again like we have first day of this week and last week. Then we're going to work on our basketball dribbling. It's kind of the same thing that we did before with the soccer dribbling. Maybe you're not going to use chairs this time to make up a little course. Well, you could, but make sure it's on a harder surface than what you used for your soccer dribbling. Maybe you want to use the driveway out front and just kind of pick 3 or 4 different little obstacles, maybe some deck chairs or something like that you can dribble around. Remember, using the finger pads of your hand, and keep that ball below your waist with your head up while you are going around corners and going around those objects that you have out there. If you need to use both, if you dribble with one hand and then switch to the other, that's even better. So we'll work on that basketball dribbling first, then you're going to find that nice, safe, soft spot that you can work on your forward and backward rolls. Remember, right now we are just starting in frog position. We need to get comfortable with this. Okay, frog position, hands should be able to touch the ground. Our big safety thing, remember, is that your chin should touch your chest. I put the video back on for forward rolls. For those of you who, and I've gotten some comments that say, "Oof, Mr. Noggle, this is still scary." I understand that, but in order to avoid injuries later on when you're playing sports, whether it be in middle school or high school, doesn't matter if it's volleyball, basketball, soccer, football, you can use these to your advantage to not only avoid injury, but to get up faster and stay in a play longer. So really work on these, especially if you're an athlete. If you're not an athlete, these can also prevent you from hurting yourself if you were to trip and fall, say down the stairs or out on the sidewalk, something like that. If you know how to fall correctly, you won't hurt yourself. Now, for those of you that are getting bored with the forward roll, I have added the backward roll this week, and the guy who has the video on there is really good at showing you some different moves that you can do to stand yourself up after you do the forward roll. For those of you who are feeling pretty confident with that, go ahead and try those out. Okay, he has a way to show you from the backward roll. You can go into a handstand and stand on your feet. It's really, really good, especially for some of you who are more advanced at this skill. After you've done that, if you've exhausted all those, and you're like, this guy who I can't really, he's not challenging me anymore, I've added some extra exercises that you can try to do out of a forward and a backward roll for those of you who really, really, really want to challenge yourself. Just remember, as Grizz says, be safe and do your best. For those of you who are just trying to get down the forward roll, get that down first. And for those of you who are just trying to roll over for the first time in a long time, get that down first. Okay? Don't worry about the backward roll right now. Just worry about the forward roll and getting yourself over if you need to. Find where your comfort spot is and stretch yourself out from that comfort spot. And some of you right now, your comfort spot is not doing anything. Because I know, because you told me this on the Google comments. So stretch yourself a little bit. Okay? Promise me you'll do that, 4th and 5th graders? I will see you in week 5. Mr. Noggle and Grizz are out. Have a great week.